Hey guys, Philosopher here, and today I'm going to be playing Pocket Dimension. I got to tell you, it can't be that hard because it's only been open for 12 minutes and somebody's already completed it. So when I look through it, I mean, it definitely looks like it is, yep, it's probably not going to be challenging till the very end. So when I look at my characters, I don't plan to do anything special here. What I will probably do on my end, you could see some of the Resolute characters. I was certainly going to be using Omega Red. Let's see, there's Miles and Scarlet Spider, who I imagine a lot of you are going to end up using. Cersei is a great cleanse. We've got Shuri here as well. I think I'm going to try using... in this first node, Magic and Storm to charge her up and just bring her into the last node to blow everyone up. We'll see how that works. So Storm's charges carry between nodes. So this should, this is a node that I should be able to just complete with basics. But I want to show you the strategy because depending on how big your characters are, how much gear you have, this might be like a trick you can use on a node like this where you bring in some of your big characters. And even if you have a smaller magic, for example, I don't want to kill everyone too quickly. Okay, so what we'll do, so let's see, she's got 3 charges. Okay, now what's the one that gives, okay, there you go. Apply 10 charged. All right, so there we go. So now we got 14 charges on Storm. That's a lot of charges. Probably should have gone a little slower. We'll do that in the next node. We'll get Storm to 20, and then we'll go to my normal team. All right, but I'm doing this. Obviously, guys, I could just press auto to try to have be the first on the second on the list or third or whatever. But I don't really. There's no point in that. My goal here is to actually show you guys, like, teach you something here. And so this is more for, there's going to be players out there who are trying to do this at like level 70. There's going to be people who don't have any of the new characters, okay? It's obviously, this is a lot easier when you have, like, let's say, a gear tier 16 Omega Red, right? Okay, obviously. Yeah, I'll just take this a little slow. There we go. We just want to keep her charges up. What are we at? 17. I just want her to take a few more turns. Okay, what does this do? Barrier. I don't care about any of that. All right, we'll just... There we go. I don't even think I need to bother here. Okay. Just basically looking to see... We're not going to, so let's see, we get her to 20 charges. Okay, perfect. So now we should be able to just auto the rest of this going forward. So that'll be our plan. We're basically now we don't even need to worry about Storm. We can bring her into the last node. I'm just going to do that to just, basically to show you guys how that works. Okay, so now we can do our thing here. We got Scarlet Spider and Miles. I think this team is, pretty good. Misty Knight and Multiple Man are certainly options. I'm not going to even waste anything on healing. And then we can just auto through it. One thing I'm just going to say, guys, is that this is part of the challenge of these game modes for the developers. A lot of people were upset. I saw a lot of kind of angry comments from people about Avengers Tower saying that, Avengers Tower was way too hard and only advanced players could succeed in it. And I don't agree with that, by the way. I think there are plenty of easy floors that folks could make progress on, even if you were newer. But if you make something easy enough like this, it's just, for people like me, it's just something you auto through, which is not a big draw for players at my level. So they want to have things that are going to inspire players at my level to get excited about the game mode. And, that is hard to do while still making something that's accessible to newer players. Now, obviously, they could have like 3 different difficulty levels, right? If you had Pocket Dimension, easy, medium, and hard, that would help a lot. But of course, that also takes 3 times the amount of work. And I can understand that the developers, are not eager to do that, for better or for worse. Okay, now we're auto basic. So that's, I think, to me, Avengers Tower was much better, because Avengers Tower had a real challenge for me at the end, where it was very, very difficult for me to beat the final boss. Even I think I beat it with a couple of different teams, but definitely a challenge. Whereas here, this is going to be a steamroll, and I'm basically only taking time because I want to talk through it with videos for you guys. But I am showing that this is sort of a popular team. I imagine some of you will use multiple man because you use that that character for a legendary unlock, but he'll be fine as well. In fact, multiple man generally does pretty well in Dark Dimension because the dupes kind of distract the AI. The AI will attack the dupes instead of attacking your real characters. Notice what I'm doing is, before I put it in auto, I'm just, so we don't waste her heal, I'm just doing that. All right. There we go. Very easy. Okay, now we're just auto basic, because there's just no real point here in going full auto. I have to say that the devs did screw up here by creating a leaderboard, sort of to determine who did this first. I mean, it's literally just who pressed auto first. I don't, think that there's any real challenge for an experienced player, top end, end game kind of player here. They really should have had like a nightmare mode or something for us that, only got you a spot in the leaderboard. I think that would have been a lot better, because the leaderboard here is just going to be like who happened to press auto at 6:01 p.m. versus people like me who pressed it at 6:12 because I was streaming. But whatever. It also doesn't really matter. It's just pixels in a game. But that's just sort of my takeaway. They could have had a fun race out of this, and instead it's just there's really no challenge to it. As you can see, it's literally pointless for somebody with my roster. This is not even a challenge. Whereas racing Dark Dimension 5, while it was a lot easier than Dark Dimension 4, it was still took a significant amount of work. All right. Okay. Easy. All right. We're almost at the end here. We'll see. If we can auto this, that tells you something. I think that is actually revealing about this game mode. It'll give you a sense of how hard it is. Obviously, a bunch of my characters are gear tier 16. They're all 7 yellows. They all have good red stars. Actually, no. I think Scarlet Spider's not. I don't know how much that really matters, but I just choosing him mostly because you guys are. In other words, my gear tier 16 Misty Knight actually might be better. Certainly, if I was playing a manual, it would be, but it doesn't really matter. I think any of these characters will do fine. But I certainly, my thought process would certainly be that, as you could see, Omega Red's just the best character by a good margin. And then I think Cersei's really good as well. Okay. All right, let's aim at her and then do auto basic. She's really the only significant threat to the team. Just because she can speed up the others, whatever. Trivial. All right, trivial. Still, these are Gear Tier 13 characters. Should have no trouble in auto. All right. And let's just see how we do in auto here. Yep, pretty well. It's a Gear Tier 16, 6 red, 7 yellow, so whatever. It's just, this is not worth putting a lot of thought into. I do think, like I said, the devs have a missed opportunity here. It's way too easy for, a lot of players. I mean, not the majority, I'm sure. I didn't even take that off auto fast enough. Not the majority of players. Obviously, the majority of players are maybe struggling their way through DD2 or DD3, but there are even those players. I mean, these characters are not challenging for even somebody who's working their way through DD3 right now. I think if you have Gear Tier 14 characters that are new meta, these old power crept characters are going to get destroyed. Yondu is also another option that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy using. Yondu I mentioned in that Pocket Dimension strategy video. I think a real sleeper choice. He's going to have minions. He's going to be stealing buffs and so forth. So he's definitely got some very nice features to him. But at the same time, I mean, I don't really think it matters. It's really just basically like, what have you already got geared in your roster? I wouldn't spend a lot of time worrying about this. Pocket Dimension basically seems like free stuff to me for a lot of players, so, and I understand that there's going to be somebody watching this video saying, hey, this is really challenging for me, and I appreciate that, but, this is for new content that's just coming to the game. To have something that basically everyone has been playing for a while should be able to beat. I don't know. Almost seems a little too easy. Like I said, they should have had different difficulty levels because I very much support having something that appeals to the newer players as well. All right. Whatever. People in my chat are telling me, I shouldn't have done the event campaign. I used my energy in the event campaign first. All right, let's just for fun, we'll bring in Storm and Magic just for lulz, for science, whatever. And we'll just have fun just blowing everything up. I mean, I don't think with this team I need to bother, but just for pure lulz factor. All right. Okay, we'll just do that. I'm not going to waste my charges there. And there we go. Okay. Okay. We're just going to have some fun. I could have. There we go. Oh, boy. Oh. Did minor damage to Cersei there. Okay. There we go. Ultron's dead. Come on, I just want to show Storm beating, I didn't even need to use that heal. I wanted to show Storm blowing stuff up. That was really the whole point. Okay, here she goes. Die. Look at that. I don't know, jillion damage or something. Very exciting. All right. Fascinating. We did it. Okay, now she stuns or whatever. So if you are lower down, if you're if you're just in DD2 and you got your Gear Tier 13 characters, you're having a little trouble, just bring your Storm in, even if she's Gear 12 or something. Just charge her up. You could charge her up on all the early nodes, even without magic, and there you go. All right, I got some stuff here. I mean, I will say this, the rewards are pretty nice as far as it goes. I mean, I got some crafted teal pieces. This stuff, I mean, in Scopely bucks, These teal pieces cost you like $500 worth of offers. I think, for what this is not really a massive challenge. So to get crafted, these are fully crafted teal pieces that are a bunch of teal gear goes into, and to get a lot of the blue, what are these blue ions? That's pretty good for how easy this was. So I can't knock on free stuff, and that's basically what this is. But at the same time, not super challenging. So hopefully you don't even need to learn anything from this video. But if you enjoyed it anyway, smash that like button. Subscribe to this channel. If you have contents and questions, or you got the angry things to say, you can put it in the comments below, or you can go to my Discord, which is linked below as well. You can also go to my Twitch stream where all this magic happens. That's linked below too. And please, if you want to support the channel, we have a link below where you can purchase Amazon coins and use that to get offers in the game, and that is the best way to support us. Thank you.